Angela Thompkins is here with me with Consumers Energy. Angela, thank you so much for sitting here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so you've been around first for you said about a decade.
Yes.
What keeps you coming back?
It's the energy. No pun intended with Consumers Energy, but I just love the excitement, the energy, the students interacting with them, having conversations with them. We have a game at our booth. If you spin the wheel, we'll ask you a question, and if you answer it correctly, you get a prize. And the critical thinking that they exercise to think about the answer to the question, I'm amazed, because I think if at that age I would have just guessed.
Oh,
and they're
same.
using
Yep.
logic and reasoning to come up with the answer. It's just amazing to see the talent and the brilliance of our young minds.
I tried to describe it to some of my friends and family, what FIRST is like that have never been here, and it's almost hard to describe. How would you describe FIRST Robotics and also States Weekend to somebody who's never been here?
So it is like the Olympics. It's like the academic Olympics. It is just excitement. It is, the best of the best, coupled with, I also think there's resiliency. There's, you learn a lot through competition, even if it's not competitive sports, but this is the competitive sports of like the STEM fields. I didn't know anything about FIRST when I was in school, and I wish I had. I wasn't an athlete. I wasn't involved in like team sports, and this is a way to get engaged in team sports. And this weekend at States is a way, like it's the Olympics of that. So it's super exciting, and the crowds here, the mentors, the volunteers, the energy that they bring as well to cheer them on. So it's so exciting, and I'm not a sports person, so I get to come here and cheer, and like this is my sport.
This is your sport.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Consumers. You guys have been a big sponsor for FIRST in Michigan for a long time. One of the more well-known names here this weekend. What makes Consumers Energy and FIRST in Michigan, what makes the relationship so special?
Yes, so we've been partnering since 2013. Since that time, we've donated over $2 million in grants, sponsorships, and just supporting the teams, volunteerism. And it's so important for us to get involved and connect, because the students are the workforce of the future. And we know here they already have the emotional intelligence that is required in the workplace. They have the skill sets around team, how to work with a team, how to leverage everyone's genius on the team. It's not about the I, it's about the collective. We bring our own genius, but it only works if we're working together. And so some of those soft skills that are often difficult to teach in the real world environment, the students already have it. And so the skills that they have on their team with, welding or communications, it's not all technical. Most of it is technical, but, I also talk to the students who are marketing, or they're trying to get sponsorship dollars. And so it's a variety of skill sets that they're already, honing in on that are invaluable once they transfer into the workplace. And so we also want to support that, but we are looking at talent for the future as well.
Kind of piggybacking off of that, we were talking about sports too. Let's say we go to a high school volleyball game and there's colleges there picking out these players in the crowd and maybe recruiting them. Would you say that's kind of the same here? Consumers is looking at these teams and going, oh, wow.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like, okay, they need an internship. Hopefully they come to us for an internship. They love us as much as we love them, and then they want to turn that into full-time employment when they graduate. So absolutely.
What would you tell students that don't really know anything about job opportunities when it comes to consumers?
Oh my goodness. So please think about Consumers Energy, right? We want our students to know that sometimes people don't really understand energy, but I think energy is the future. There's so much happening with, the environment, being clean, thinking about preserving our environment for the future. We have this commitment for people, planet, and prosperity. And so the theme I know this year is water. Water is critical for us as humans, right? And so one of the essential things we do with water, we've had catastrophic storms over the last week. We're providing water to those folks who are without power and displaced. But we also have commitments to the planet to reduce our usage of water as a company. And so I love the theme. And there's just so much here that parallels into the workplace. But, you know, for the students, like, energy is where it's at. And Consumers Energy is really a fun company to work at. We solve complex problems. The work that we do is critical. We provide an essential service, but we do it and we have fun. And we have a great team collectively where we're doing that together. And so our workplace is just as fun as it is here at the States.
Well, great energy from Angela with Consumers Energy. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. We are going to send it back upstairs.